Hello and welcome back to BG Pythons. My name's Ben and this handsome fella is COVID. Now COVID is a albino lavender pied ball python, otherwise known as a dreamsicle, and he's absolutely stunning. Absolutely adore him. He sired a clutch of eggs 2 years ago and we're about to have another clutch imminently being laid, maybe tonight. So he's been an absolute stud. Absolutely love him. Now, COVID lives in a rack, Viv rack system, which I did a video on a few years ago. That rack system has heat from above rather than belly heat, and utilises heat panels. And that is what this video is all about. This video is in response to a comment that I received on one of my previous videos. The comment was basically, where's the update? The update being on how I got on basically with the heat panels that I was using. The heat panel in question was the Reptirads, which are quite popular now. Lots of people are utilising them. They're offering lots of different sizes and things now. So I guess now I've been using them for a few years, it's time for a bit more of an update. I did actually give a slight update in one of the videos, but it was kind of buried a bit deeper down into it. So this video is really about to talk about the heat panels that I'm using and what my verdict is on what the best one is and what I would recommend. First up, the Habistat Reptile Radiator. These have been around for a long time and I use them still to this day in at least 4 of my enclosures, and have this one as a spare. Now, compared to the other 2 radiators, the panels that I'm going to share, the first obvious thing is this is the only size that they do in the range. It's a 75 watt. And therefore it's only really going to be suitable for certain sizes of Vivs. The other thing with them from an availability perspective is that a lot of shops have them out of stock at the moment. You can still get hold of them though through different forums and various things, but they are getting quite tricky to get hold of. But if you can, they're around the £60 mark, which isn't too bad price wise. The other big thing with the Habistat radiators, which the other 2 don't have, is the availability of a guard that can go round. I don't tend to use guards in my enclosures, but this is designed specifically for this radiator, which is a real positive. It really is quite good to have. Now I do use this in 4 of my enclosures, and that is despite an issue that happened, or an incident that happened a few years ago, where I came into my snake room and I could smell burning and one of these had burnt out. So there's a video I did on it. On that basis, I wouldn't be recommending these, but full disclosure, I still do use these and have a spare in a number of my Vivs. So and the main reason, if I'm being brutally honest, is because I had them, so I'm still going to use them. But it's was a bit of a warning to me that there is a bit of a reliability issue with them, and when they go, they properly go. So something to bear in mind. Second up is the Reptiles and Reptiles Reptirad. Now, I did an unboxing of one of these about 3 years ago. It prompted this video because I hadn't done a proper update on how I've been finding these. I do really like these. I like the quality, the galvanized steel that's used, the fact it's really slimline. Some people comment that they don't like having the graphic on, but that's something you can that's more of an aesthetics piece. But on the whole, really nice panel. And the great thing is they do 4 sizes. So there's a smaller version of this, which is a 40 watt. This is the 80 watt. They do a 125 watt and a 220 watt. So really good for covering the different size vivs that you might want to use. Now, one thing that's a problem for me doing this review is this version, this one, which is the newer one, which they had updated by putting an inline connector, which is really useful, so you don't risk breaking the warranty by cutting the plug, and it does make it a little bit smaller to go through any holes, but it still is one of the subscribers had said that it's still quite chunky. That said, I think it's a good move to do that. This particular one isn't actually working, so it stopped working for me. Really annoying. And I've tried to contact Reptiles and Reptiles and through the website, and to no avail. Nobody's come back to me to see if there's anything they can do about it, which is really disappointing. Now, that wouldn't actually, because products do stop. I've had it with thermostats and other bits and pieces. Things do stop working and you can get a bit of a dud. But I would, when I've gone to sort of look at getting a replacement and buying a new one, the cost of an 80 watt is £100, which is quite a lot more than I would really want to pay. Certainly £100 for one that might not work again. So it's something to bear in mind. They aren't the cheapest, but the quality is fantastic. And if this one had been working, I probably would have been a little bit more positive about it. But it's just a bit of a disappointing. But you can't fault the quality. It's top notch. And I think they're kind of taking over the world at the moment, because the distribution's going into the States and Canada and all over the place. So, you know, a really top panel if you're wanting something, and you can afford the price. Anyway, let's have a look at what's next. Right, finally, number 3 on the list is the Heka Warmeplatte. Now, the Heka Warmeplatte I've been using for quite a few years. They also come in 4 different sizes. There's a 40 watt, which I use with Ned, and as you can see here, he's got the smaller version. It's interesting to note that the 40 watt is the same dimensions as the 80 watt Reptirad and Habistat, so just to give you an idea of size. They are a bit deeper. This is the 80 watt, or it's 75 watts, but it's the equivalent of the Reptirad and Habistat, and you can see it's a bit bigger. They do 110 watt and 150 watts, I think. Yeah, 110 watt and 150 watt versions of these. The 110 watt one I use with my Wimmer Python, and that's in a 6-foot enclosure, to give you an idea of the size that I'm using these in. Now, this one is looking a bit yellowy. It's been sitting on top. I use these ones, this particular size, on the Viv rack system that I've got, where I heat from above, and they sit, as you can see, these panels sit on top of the mesh and heat down, so they're quite exposed. And do you know what? That's probably largely a lot of dust, and it's not burning out, it's just discoloration of the plastic. That said, they have just brought out a new range, which I was going to share with you now. And that new range, they've just brought out a black edition, which is absolutely fantastic. So black powder coated aluminium on the bottom and black plastic on the top. And whilst they do come with a Euro plug, very simply go onto eBay and you can buy the adapters which go in, and hey presto, you're in the game. Now these will go into, they've got the holes available. You can put them in, as I have done on a few of my enclosures, where they're sitting on the top of the viv, the roof of the viv. And one of the great things is the top of these, it just stays, it goes warm, it's not really hot, so the transfer from the top of these upwards isn't as bad as some other panels could be. I really like them, and there's something else that's really special about them. I bought two of these, two 80-watt ones, which I'm going to be using in my new with my new vivs, which are coming soon, and they'll be sitting just on the mesh above. These cost me £100 delivered, two of them delivered from Europe, and I got them within 4 days. It's just brilliant. And of all of the panels that I've been using, and I've got 8, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm using 8 of these at the moment in vivs. I've not had one reliability issue with them. They are designed for the built for the poultry industry, and so normally these would have little stands, and the little chicks would, you know, run around underneath and be kept warm. They do, you can get them built with a built-in thermostat, but I've not tried those. Tried one of those, but I just think these are fantastic, and they are my recommendation if you're looking for a heat panel. I don't think you can beat them on the price front, reliability front, and the range of sizes that they offer. And don't be scared of getting them from Europe. They came really quickly and came by Royal Mail. So it was, or was that, no, sorry, it wasn't Royal Mail, it came by DHL. It was really quick and slick. So this is my recommendation, and I'd love to know and hear your thoughts if you've used any of these panels and how you found them. But I hope you find this useful, and if you'd like to hear more and see certainly my new vibs, which will be coming soon, and tap into that, please don't forget to subscribe, press that bell button, and I look forward to speaking to you all again soon. Thank you.